Up for sale, 1963 Corvette, split window coupe. I'm going to walk around it, tell you about the car, fire it up, and then drive it. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you. Like I said, 63 Corvette, split window coupe, finished in red with black interior, 327, 300 horsepower, number matching number Borg-Warner 4-speed trans since it's an early built car. Power steering, power brakes, power windows, and air conditioning, as you can obviously see them going towards the back here. A really cool history on this car, and I have a lot of documentation on this car, and I tell you about that in a little bit. But as always, I'm going to go around it, put anything I do see, tell you everything I know about it, fire it up, drive it, and get in for the driving. So where to begin? I have documented history on the car of 6 owners, dating back to new. Was sold new in California. The third owner is the one who restored it, starting in 1975. I have that bill of sale. I have in longhand every part that was ordered, how many, cost, part numbers. I have receipts for what seems like everything dating back to 75. So by gauging it, I would say this car was restored from 75 through 79, right about there. I want to show something else that's really cool, because again, just the kind of car that it is, we're going to be going out of order because there's just so much to tell you about it. Now I want to hop in here. Now the odometer reads 9179. And then if you look in here, something very interesting. You've got 2 little oil change service things, okay? Now watch this. This one most importantly. This is 1976 at an oil change at 98334. And here's 99020. So old, very old. By my best guess, and it's rather evident when you look around this car, it's probably moved 11 to 12,000 miles since 1976. Wow. I mean, and the car is, it's obvious. But anyway, we're gonna go back out, start in the front like I always do. I have the folder with everything in it. We'll go through it together when I get inside the car. So now take this into consideration as I walked around this car just quickly. We're restored almost 50 years ago. We're starting the restoration almost 50 years ago. Let's focus here. We're going to start just on the chrome, so let's look at that first. Other than this little mark right here, this is a very nice chrome bumper. Let's move here. Start on that same side and work our way in. Nice. Headlight doors line up really nice. You've got the 1-year only hood, and I didn't show it, the 1-year only console, which is neat. Anyway, look how nice this hood lines up. The way it lines up to the nose. How nice it lines up there. Now, of course, and I hope you can see it in the pictures I took, being as old as the paint is and how beautifully shiny it is, you're going to get some checks. Here, for example, if you see that in through here, which is just common, it happens to Corvettes. Specifically, it happens with old paint specifically. And again, anything like that I see, I'll point out. But really quickly, I do want to, let's finish the hood here, actually. Lines up nice there. There are a couple little blemishes right there in the middle of the hood. All the glass is mint. See right here, another little example. And I love that because I've owned a lot of C1 and C2 Corvettes, all qualities, conditions, restorations, and it just happens sometimes. And I've had a lot of cars that were restored, let's say 15 years ago, for example, that are beat. And then I see something like this that was done all those years ago, and you know that obviously they took care of it. Anyway, 327, 300 horsepower, matching number. I did take a picture of the suffix and the engine stamping on the pad. with the exception of the 340 horse valve covers with the 300 sticker on there, which I personally like the look. It appears to be very correct. A brake booster master cylinder for the power brakes, power steering pump down there, AC there, power window switches on the console, Carter 4-barrel carburetor, Harrison radiator, trying to think what else I should say here. Don't believe it's an AC car. However, they did a really good job making it look like one. I mean, the way the hoses are bent. Let me go over there. By the way the hoses are, by the way this looks, where the battery's been moved, how they installed an access door here for the battery. How they did the vent in the dash, stuff like that. So they did a really nice job. And I actually have in the receipts dating to 75 air conditioning noted, which I think is extremely cool. Extremely cool. Stainless shielding on there, of course. That's what you want to see. Trying to think what else. There's some markings on the alternator. I'm not, sure whether or not it's original. I'm not like a big code guy with things like that. I'm more meat and potatoes, like, of course, numbers on the engine, numbers on the trans. Interesting, like a correct clamp there. I just noticed that. I love the old school Harrison here. I'm really going to be taking my time on this video, just so everybody knows. I mean, you can see the finish in this like hood jam, I'll call it. How nice that is. How clean the brackets are here. How clean the hinge is. Another rather correct looking clamp there for the radiator hose. And of course I did take a picture with the engine air cleaner off so you can see it. Knockoff wheels. I do have a set, which is my own set of 63 hubcaps. Again, I was a Corvette guy. I am a Corvette guy. So I'm just going to include those. Maybe you wanted to make it even more correct. Trying to think just before I start going down the driver's side here. All the bonding strips are in place. The two here. The big one up there, and same thing for the other sides. And I did the best that I could to take a picture pointing to them with my face, so I'm looking at the camera. But anyway, we'll start right here. So you see a couple more checks in there, but then you go over and down. You see how nice that fender lines up to that door on top? That fitment all the way down. You see a couple more there. It's a real hot day, so my phone's starting to heat up and I can't really see what's on the screen. So I apologize if I'm not pointing to what I'm talking about at all. Look how nice that door lines up to that quarter there. Couple little marks here. And one thing that, of course, I did differently with this car is any little kind of a chip I left. I didn't want to touch it up because it could have been like that for 30 years, No cracks in the glass. No wiper marks on the glass. Trim around the window is super nice. And again, all dating back to mid-70s, mid-late 70s. See how nice the door lines up to the top. See a couple other little checks there. And of course you're going to see some door edge marks here. more checking there. We'll finish this whole side and then we'll hop inside the car. Couple stone chips down there. Again, it's bound to happen over the years. And it's been so long since I've had a coupe. This feeling when you open and shut the doors. Oh. So again, like I said, red with black interior. Correct color combination for the car. I did take a picture of the trim tag and the VIN tag. Of course, underneath the glove box. And then speaking of the quality kind of a paint that they went with back in the day, you know, bolts are not painted over. You can see how nice this weather stripping is in here and how clean this door jamb is in general. Door panels, fantastic. I took some close-up pictures of that. I did take a nice close-up of this because this is just a sign of the cleanliness of the car. No rust in the bird cage. So here's this folder. We'll go over that just in a second here. Really nice seat. It's got seat belts on both sides. That could very well be old seat belts. This tag's a little ripped off, but that one had an old tag on it. Carpet's fantastic as well. We'll do the dash and the gauges and then the paperwork. Steering wheel, no cracks in it. The metal's nice. Emblem centered nicely. Your column, very, very nice. As well as the gauges. Oh, and also, not just the vents, the correctness in their under dash vents as well. Beautiful dash and gauges. I mean, really, the bezels are nice. The paint on here is nice. Your dash pad is mint. There's no cracks in it. This is indented at all. The center, really nice. And then again, your metal console. I really like this. I wish they had kept this for more years. Okay. Oh, nice visors. Headliner's mint as well. We'll show you that when I get out. But let's go through the paperwork here. I can't show you a lot of names, so this is ownership history that I have for it, for all 6 owners. Just good to have. Oh, what was the, let me at least read you what the first selling dealer name was. Fletcher Jones in Encino, California. The first owner was a banker, but they didn't get the name, and then they have names for everybody. They spoke with the second owner. The third owner passed away a handful of years ago. Fourth owner were friends of the third owner that restored the car, and then I got the 5th and 6th owners. So that's nice to have. And all the paperwork is organized. So let's we'll start with this one. I believe this pile is just miscellaneous registrations, a letter, some notes, maybe some phone numbers, insurance card. So yeah, you can kind of get an idea. Try not to show all these names. All the registrations. You can see I'm sweating too, how hot it is out here. And here's a letter from third owner to the 4th owner, saying that they found all of the paperwork for the car, which is great to have. And then here, Hill Motor Company. This is for the owner who did the restoration, 79. And just look at the size of this stack of receipts here. I mean, I'm going to do my best to organize them all. There's 75 there, 75 there. I don't know if I could take pictures of this many. I might pile a bunch together. I might spread them all out. Just a different one. This is Motor Parts Service at some point for 79. Another stack. Not as thick, but it's still a lot of receipts. And then here's the really cool pile, which I do want to break out. should be a receipt. Not as important, but this is where we're starting to get into Mike Kohler, I guess the gentleman's name. Since he passed away, nobody can find it. But anyway, things to order. He has written out here in longhand on this one. More here, but here's really what I'm getting at: quantity, part number, description, group number, amount. He even broke it out for tax and the year as well. This I'm definitely gonna take pictures of: year, date, you know, yada yada yada. All these part numbers. Engine shield ignition operating, right hand shield ignition lower, right hand shield ignition side outer rear, bolt wing, shield, bezel rear, all the way through. Then I have another page. Same thing. For example, switch directional, so for the turn signals. Condenser, blower motor, condenser, directional signal, volt regulator, switch. Black shifter knob. Prices. That's just another page. And then here he has it a little differently. This is what I was talking about. Other things that he did here. Again, all these I am going to take pictures of. Fuel pump, choke line, spark plugs with the part numbers on them. Exhaust system, tailpipe and shield, hood fenders, air conditioning. Okay, this is what I mentioned. He mentioned the AC. Now this is some old paperwork here. Check on antenna parts. So this was like him taking notes. Speakers, and it's just wondering. So these were more of his thoughts than anything. I just sweat on the camera. Give me a second. I picked the worst day to wear a black shirt. More. Seat back cushion assembly. Radiator hoses and fan. Generator, you know, part numbers, bolt, and sizes of the bolt. Wheels, lug nuts, center cap. I think CE cap. I assume that's center cap. Okay, that is the most impressive pile here. I'm just gonna lay this down on the floor because I want to keep it in the right order. So I'll show you the floor beforehand, just so you see the floor. Miscellaneous receipts. Again, here's something that I found was interesting. Al Nock. 1979, and we all know Al Nock makes some of the best interior for Corvettes, so it's cool to see that even back in the 70s they were using them. Oh, this is two different stacks here, but anyway, more receipts, and then we have some interesting just AM FM radio booklets, tire installation manual, please don't touch, so not as important things. Jacking instruction in case you wanted to put it back where it belongs. Another please look, don't touch. And again, some of these could have been with the car for a very long time. So I just, when I saw that amount of paperwork, I was just blown away. And that it's, you know, people don't keep receipts for cars they restored last year, I found. Now I'm adding this in later on because I forgot about this. And because it was behind the letter over here, because I'm taking pictures of the paperwork. And this was super cool. A little note, cart was purchased Saturday, March 1st, 1975. Couldn't sleep. Drove to Portage to get a state journal. Called around 6:30 or 7 a.m. Drove to Viroqua, which is a great fly fishing area, I know. Saw a car and gave Ron a personal check to hold onto the car until I could get a cashier's check from the rest. Picked up car on Monday, March 3rd, 1975. Bill, Noel, and friend drove me to Viroqua to pick it up. Here is the advertisement in the paper. Let me zoom in on that. 1963 split window coupe red 4-speed extras positively mint condition and heated storage. 4 new radial 500 tires. Cash certified check $3,800. There's the phone number for back in the day. Now here was the Fortney shoe business card, and I forgot why I know that. Oh, that's one of the owner's names, so okay. But on the back of this, which is taped here, this was the deposit written here. 3,275, it looks like. Something that says cash. Right, 63. Balance due, 37.20. So we left them an $80 deposit. That's what it is, $80 cash, and then signed it. That is just neat history. So we're gonna continue on with the video. So to find something from the 70s that made it all the way till now is just so cool. Anyway, carrying on. I'm sorry to really drag this on. I just noticed we're at almost 19 minutes here. The carpet in the back is phenomenal. And I found something really interesting. And here is a jack. Could be the original jack, actually. And a GM fire extinguisher, which I just found interesting. And then another General Motors, whatever that other box could be, with an old part number on there. A little nostalgic. Oh, headliner. Well, that's not the headliner, but the back and then the headliner there is nice. This is on pace to be the longest video I've ever made. Well worth it. Top of the car is just so nice. Focusing now on the bumper. I know you see like some little, you know, checking in there. I tried to get that in the pictures that I took. Same thing there. And then I just love that there's zero checking here. Like really just, really nice. They did put an AC sticker in there. I thought that's neat. Now right here, you do see some checking in this whole area. A little bit more here. A little touch up over that lip there. Look how nice that lines up all the way down. You see more checking in here. Look how nice that lines up there. Couple door edge marks right there that you see. And then again, some more here. But look how nice this lines up. And again, look at that. No painted over bolts. Nice weather stripping. And then again, how clean it is in there. No rust in the door, bird cage, excuse me. See, I did take a picture of this just because it was neat. Chevrolet. If I didn't show you on the other side, both seat backs are nice as well. A little better view of this side, no cracks in the dash here. I think that's everything almost. See a couple more here. Couple more here. And just look where they meet at the top. That's perfect. Couple other little marks, couple little checks here into this front. I believe I showed you this already, and that is it. We're gonna fire it up here just in a couple seconds. Show it drive down the, down the block, and then hop in it and go for a nice cruise. Thank you.